to start at the bottom of page 13. Yep, and we're going to the end.
Okay, bring it home.
Yes, bring it home.
Bring it home.
All right. Yes. We're going to repeat that little section one time. Just one time. So the basses start us off, and they have the same pattern through that whole section. Then the tenors join in next, and they have the same thing through that whole section. And then the altos join next, I think it is, because I'm not looking at it. And they have the same thing through that whole section. And then the sopranos join us, and they have the same thing a couple times. So to just keep doing it over and over and over, it seems like beating a dead horse. So we're just gonna, once we get to 19 or 119 at the middle of 15, we're just gonna repeat that section just one time, okay? It says repeat as desired, and that's my desire, just one time.
This is absolutely.
What is that?
It's a dictatorship. We're not voting.
I always used to refer to myself as a directator.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're doing it once or repeating it once?
Just repeating it once. Yeah, so you do that part twice.
But then we do the final and the second.
Yeah. All right, good luck and Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Ready, go. All right, you made it. Excellent.
All together, too. Yeah.
Basis, let's start with Ready, go. Keeping all those open. I meant to say.
Oh, the last one's open?
Yep, the whole last page.
Oh, the whole last one's open.
Yeah, so there's two of those, I think. Yeah. Okay, how do you feel about that, Basis? You feel okay about that, the pattern over and over, and then the last page is? Sure. Or? Yeah, that's right. All right, why don't we try to start from 119, just so that we can kind of get into that, and we'll take the second message. Did you hear that?
Everybody or?
No, just bases. spot. 119. Ready, go. All right, good. Tenors. Let's take a look at where you come in. Top of 14. Top of 14. Ready, go, rest. Rest. Try that one more time. Let's go back to 119. It's with the repeat sign on the middle of 16. Yeah, we're just repeating it the one time. Ready, go. How you feel about that? Anything you want to go through? You feel alright about your pattern? Alright, let's put basses and tenors together. What's that? Pick up to the bottom of 13. Yep. Ready, go.
Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Baby boy,
Alright. That sounded pretty cool. Altos, you're next. 111. Ready, go, let's go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Yep,
So now you're doing the closed.
half and half. You do it like half and then close for the last half of it. Well, we'll get it together in just a little bit.
Conduct it, just watch.
Yep. So I'll go like that when it's time to close it off, and then I'll release when it's time to release. But we'll get there in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, let's try that again, Altos. Ready, go. Go, go, children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Don't you hear that? All right. Any of that you want to go through again, or you think you got it, or you want to do it again, or you got it? Okay, got it. Got it.
Just got it.
All right. Sopranos. What's that? I know. I forget where I'm at sometimes. Ready, go. Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? There's a baby boy born in Bethlehem. Go, children, go. Born in Bethlehem. Let's try that one more time.
Okay.
Ready, go. Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Was a baby boy born in Bethlehem. That's all right. It'll get there. Why don't we go back to 111 where the altos come in, and we'll do altos and then pick up the sopranos on our way. Ready, go, rest. Go, go, children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? Go, 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 children. How shall I send thee? He was a baby boy, born in Bethlehem. Go, children, go. Born in Bethlehem. All right, go back to 13.
Not really, Mom.
Page 13. The moment of truth.
We can take it.
Faces, bring us in, please. Ready, go.
Go where I send thee. Shall I send thee? Where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? He was a baby boy, born in
But no break.
You don't want them mock, really.
No, don't take a big break.
You don't want them mock, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Let's do that ending again.
I think so too. We'll do it one more time.
That was fun.
Go back to 13. Ready, go.
Children, go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Children, go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Children, go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. Children, how shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Because I'm baby boy, born in
Sounds like we're slipping. Yes.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning.
We can handle it.
Okay, so this is the same
Give
thing.
us
It's,
the list, how hard are those?
right, yeah. I could do that, but I don't know. This is the same thing. It's got some solo sections in here, so let's take a look at that real quick. So that was why I wanted to run through the whole thing. That way we have like a solid choir part underneath some of the solos. Like they don't happen at the exact same time though, but it still helps out with timing. So the first one is at measure 25. So that's page 5.
Man. All right. Very
All right, so let's just take a look at that real quick. I'm gonna send thee one by one. Can we try that together? Anyone that's interested? Ready, go. I'm gonna send thee one by one. One more time. Ready, go. I'm gonna send thee one by one. All right, and then we'll go back and everyone can kind of join us at 17. Children, go where I. Ready, go.
Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee?
Solo.
I'm gonna send thee one by one. One for the little bitty baby.
That's all right. Let's do that same thing one more time. 17. Ready, go.
Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee one by one. For the little bitty baby boy.
All right, the next one's at the bottom of 6. Same type of thing. I'm gonna send thee 2 by 2, 2 for Paul and Silas. And that's it.
Got a question, is
Yeah.
it gonna be a different person or the same person?
I haven't decided yet. It just kind of depends on who all tries out and all that kind of stuff. And there are some things like just because there's a solo there doesn't mean that I'll necessarily take advantage of that. I may hear some things and think like, oh, it sounded better with everyone as a group or something like that. And that's not against anybody that tries out. It just depends on how it hits my ears. Okay.
And
So-
what mood you're in.
And a little bit how good you are.
Yeah, that too. So, you know, bring your A game and I'll try to bring a good attitude. We'll meet in the middle, all right? Let's go back. We'll start at 36 this time, so this is the end of the first line. Ready, go.
Children, go where I send thee. How shall I send thee?
Solo.
I'm gonna send thee 2 by 2, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little bitty baby.
And that's good enough. Let's try that like 2 more times. What's that?
Are you doing, do you want both
Yeah, that is a solo.
parts? What do you mean?
At 43. Yeah, so let's go through that part real
Are
quick.
we cutting the top? Or are we making it a duet?
It's more like a duet, I think.
Okay.
That was how it was in the recording anyway. So yeah, let's take a look. I'm gonna send thee 2 by 2. And then the next part. Silence. Good. Let's try that together. Can I get a D flat ready? I'm gonna send thee 2 by 2. 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 for the little bitty baby. Let's do that one more time. Go back to 36 though.
Can I point something out?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do 1 for the little bitty baby straight time instead of that all the other 8th notes are? Because I think it's supposed to be done that way, but we should say it if we're doing it that way.
Yes.
What?
Yes, what?
It's not for the little bitty, like we do
No,
with
it's
all the other 8th notes. They've got a swing to them, a swing beat, but
Yeah.
but on that line they're not a swing beat.
1 for the little bitty baby.
Just each time it's that line. It's straight instead of
Little,
That's what you're doing, right?
for the little. Yeah, do you want to say little with a D?
Yeah,
Right?
like D.
Yeah.
Yeah, little.
And bitty also
keep
with
saying-
a D?
Because you keep saying little.
Well, remind
Little
me.
bitty.
Remind
Well,
me.
because it's
Let's
easier
put
to
it
do
out.
it little bitty. Little bitty.
It's also
like how it would be pronounced in a spiritual way.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yep.
100%.
All right, let's try for 36.
36.
That's the end of the first song. Ready, go, children.
Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee two by two for Paul and Silas. One for baby boy.
Let's go back and do that one more time, and then we'll move on to the next one. Ready, go, children.
Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee two by two for Paul and Silas. One for baby boy, born in Bethlehem.
All right, the next one's on the next page. And it's another one, too, that splits, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna send thee 3 by 3, 3 for the Hebrew children.
Nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so if we could start at 55, anyone that's interested in that part. Ready, go.
I'm gonna send thee 3 by 3, 3 for the Hebrew children.
Do that again. Ready, go.
I'm gonna send thee 3 by 3, 3 for the Hebrew children. For Paul and Silas, one for the little bitty baby.
All right, let's go back to bottom of 7, and we'll bring us into that. Children. Ready, go.
Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 3 by 3, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the baby boy, born in Bethlehem.
All right, the next one's at 81. So that is the top of 11. This is the cool one. And it's the same for both parts. 5 for the gospel preachers. I got a lot of soul.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, let's give that a try. Anyone that's interested, ready, go.
5 for the gospel preachers.
Do that 2 more times, and then we'll go back and pick it up. Ready, go.
5 for the gospel preachers.
1 more time. Ready, go.
5 for the gospel preachers.
All right, now let's go back to 75. Ready, go.
Send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 5 by 5, 5 for the gospel preachers. I'm gonna send thee 4 by 4, 4 for the four who stood at the doors.
Let's try that again. Go back to the same spot, 75. We'll do that two more times. Ready, go.
Children, go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 5 by 5, 5 for the gospel preachers. I'm gonna send thee 4 by 4, 4 for the four who stood at the door.
go back to the beginning. What's that?
Oh, I was thinking we should skip just me.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that. We're going to start actually on page 4. Alright, ready, go.
I send thee? How shall I send thee? Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm going to send thee one by one for thee, baby boy, in Bethlehem. Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 2 by 2, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little baby boy in Bethlehem. Go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? Send thee 3 by 3, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the baby boy born in Bethlehem. Go, 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 children. Go, 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 children. Go, 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 children. Go, 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 children. Send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 5 by 5, 5 for the gospel preacher. I'm gonna send thee 4 by 4, 4 for the 4 who stood at the door. I'm gonna send thee 3 by 3, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little baby boy, baby boy.